Welcome to New English Stories. Learn English by listening to beautiful new stories.
The Haunting of Willowbrook Manor. Nestled deep in the woods, far from the nearest town, lay the ominous Willowbrook Manor. For years, it had stood abandoned, its decaying structure serving as a chilling reminder of a tragic past. The locals whispered about the place, sharing tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplained happenings. It was said that the manor was cursed, and no one dared to venture near it after dark. One gloomy autumn evening, a group of adventurous friends decided to put the legends to the test. Sarah, a fearless photographer, led the expedition, armed with her camera to capture any evidence of the supernatural. Joining her were Mark, the skeptic, Emma, the thrill-seeker, and Daniel, the nervous jokester who masked his anxiety with humor. As they approached the imposing manor, the air grew colder, and the trees seemed to sway eerily in the breeze. Willowbrook Manor loomed before them, its once grand facade now crumbling and overgrown with vines. Sarah took a deep breath and said, "All right, everyone, stay close and be careful. Let's see if there's any truth to these stories." They entered the manor cautiously, their flashlights cutting through the thick darkness. The creaking floorboards echoed with each step, and the air felt heavy with an unseen presence. As they explored room by room, Mark couldn't help but scoff at the superstitions, while Emma reveled in the adrenaline rush. In the heart of the manor, they found an old grand ballroom, its chandeliers hanging askew, casting eerie shadows on the cracked walls. Sarah raised her camera, ready to document any paranormal activity. Suddenly, a chilling gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic set in as they fumbled in the darkness to relight them. Just as they managed to illuminate the room again, they heard a faint, haunting melody. It was the sound of a piano, playing a mournful tune all by itself. They exchanged nervous glances, their skepticism waning. Emma shivered and whispered, "Did you guys hear that?" Sarah nodded, her hands trembling as she aimed her camera toward the piano. The keys moved with an otherworldly grace, and the music filled the room with a sorrowful melody. Daniel's usual humor had vanished, and Mark's skepticism had turned to fear. Against their better judgment, they followed the ethereal music to a dusty, forgotten library. There, they discovered an old, tattered diary on a dusty bookshelf. As Sarah leafed through its yellowed pages, she read an unsettling account of a forbidden love affair that had taken place in the manor decades ago. The diary's author, a woman named Eliza, had been tragically torn apart from her lover, Samuel, by her disapproving family. Their love story had ended in tragedy, with both Eliza and Samuel meeting untimely deaths in the manor. As Sarah read aloud, the temperature in the room dropped, and their breaths became visible in the cold air. Terrified, Emma asked, "Do you think their spirits are still here?" Before anyone could respond, the room plunged into darkness once more. The group huddled together, their flashlights flickering. Then, they heard it, a whisper, faint yet unmistakable. "Together, forever." A chilling feeling washed over them as they realized they were not alone. The spirits of Eliza and Samuel seemed to be reaching out from the past, longing for their love to be reunited. With trembling hands, Sarah retrieved her camera and began taking photos in the dark. The images revealed ghostly apparitions, shadowy figures that seemed to embrace and dance in the ballroom, as if trying to recreate their final moments together. As the night wore on, the encounters grew more intense. The manor seemed to come alive with paranormal activity. Objects moved on their own, eerie voices echoed in the corridors, and ghostly hands brushed against the explorer's skin. Fear gripped them, but they couldn't bring themselves to leave. They were drawn deeper into the mystery of Willowbrook Manor. Finally, in the early hours of the morning, Sarah captured a photograph that would forever haunt their memories. It showed Eliza and Samuel, their ghostly forms intertwined, standing at the grand entrance of the manor. The expression on their faces was one of longing and sadness. The moment the photo was taken, the haunting music stopped, and the temperature in the manor returned to normal. It was as if the spirits had found peace, their love story brought to light after years of torment. With their evidence in hand, the group hurriedly left the manor. Willowbrook Manor remained a place of legends, but now they had proof of the haunting they had experienced. The photos and their chilling encounter with the spirits were enough to make believers out of even the most skeptical among them. They would forever carry the memory of that fateful night, a night when they ventured into the unknown and discovered a love story that transcended time and death, leaving them with a thrill that would haunt them for the rest of their lives.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos.